You will not believe the chaos that went down in week 13 of MattBeGreat's life. Fans are absolutely stunned, emotions ran high, and the family is left divided in ways nobody saw coming. One moment, it seemed like everything was calm and under control, and the next, secrets exploded into the open like fireworks on a stormy night. From shocking betrayals to arguments that shook the very foundation of Matt's relationships, this week was nothing short of a roller coaster. People are asking, who is really on Matt's side? And who has been hiding a shocking secret all along? Rumors are swirling that longtime friends turned into sworn enemies overnight, and what started as a simple misunderstanding quickly spiraled into a full-blown feud that had everyone talking. You'll hear the heated words exchanged, the furious reactions, and yes, even the tearful confessions that left the family gasping. Social media is ablaze with fans picking sides, debates are raging, and tensions are at an all-time high. Stay tuned, because we're about to break down every jaw-dropping, heart-stopping moment of week 13, and trust me, you do not want to miss a single detail. This is the story everyone's talking about, and it's about to get messy. The moment week 13 began, the tension in MattBeGreat's world was already palpable. The cameras caught him pacing in his living room, his jaw clenched, eyes darting from one corner to another as if expecting someone to explode into the scene at any moment. Friends who had been loyal for years were suddenly acting distant, and even the smallest disagreements seemed to ignite into full-blown arguments. Fans noticed it immediately. Comments on social media were filled with concern, shock, and outright speculation. "Something is definitely brewing," one fan wrote, "I can feel it in the air." It all started Monday morning when Matt received a text that would change everything. It was from someone he had trusted completely, a person who had been part of his inner circle for years. The message was brief but devastating: "We need to talk." "Everything is out in the open now," Matt's hand shook as he read it. The cameras captured his reaction in real time. He muttered to himself, "This can't be happening. Not now. Not like this." Fans watching live could see his panic. It was raw, unfiltered, and impossible to ignore. By Tuesday, the drama escalated. Matt invited his closest friends over to discuss what had happened, but the conversation quickly turned into a heated confrontation. Voices were raised, fingers pointed, and accusations flew across the room like shards of broken glass. "You knew about this the whole time," Matt shouted, his voice cracking. His friend, Jessica, stood frozen for a moment, then fired back, "I didn't hide anything." "You never asked." The room was silent for a second, but the silence was more suffocating than the yelling. The tension was so thick, even the cameraman admitted later that it felt like the walls were closing in. As the week progressed, fans noticed a shift in Matt's demeanor. On Wednesday, he posted a cryptic story on social media, a short video of him staring out of a rainy window with the caption, "Sometimes, the people you trust the most are the ones who cut the deepest." Comments exploded within minutes. Some fans were worried, others were angry, accusing people in his circle of betrayal, and a few even predicted a dramatic showdown by the weekend. Little did anyone know, the worst was yet to come. Thursday brought the first public fallout. One of Matt's family members, who had been silent until now, decided to step in. They confronted Jessica in front of the cameras. "You think you can manipulate everything behind the scenes?" the family member demanded, their voice trembling with a mix of anger and fear. Jessica's response was almost immediate. "I've done nothing but try to protect Matt," she yelled, tears streaming down her face. The room erupted. Emotions ran high, furniture was nearly overturned in the chaos, and Matt had to physically step between them to prevent things from escalating further. Fans were left speechless. Clips of the confrontation went viral almost immediately. By Friday, the situation had deteriorated even further. Whispers of secret conversations and hidden alliances had begun to circulate. One of Matt's longtime collaborators, Ryan, was spotted leaving a coffee shop looking visibly shaken. Sources claimed that he had been caught in a private argument over what information to reveal, and it seemed that loyalties were being questioned everywhere. Matt's fans were completely divided. Some defended Jessica, claiming she had been unfairly targeted, while others took the side of his family, saying it was time to reveal the truth no matter how painful it might be. The tension online mirrored the tension in real life, and it felt as if every moment was leading to a breaking point. Saturday brought an unexpected twist. Matt's younger sibling, Lily, who had mostly stayed in the background during the week, decided to confront Matt directly. The cameras captured an intimate moment in the kitchen. "Matt, I can't just watch you fall apart because of everyone else's lies," Lily said softly, but her eyes were fierce. Matt looked at her, a mixture of anger and desperation flashing across his face. "Lily, you don't understand. This is bigger than us. Everything is unraveling so fast." The siblings' conversation was interrupted when Jessica walked in, and suddenly, the private moment became a public confrontation. Words were exchanged that left even the crew stunned. Jessica accused Lily of trying to manipulate Matt, while Lily fired back that Jessica was the one who had created the chaos in the first place. Fans watching live could hardly believe the intensity of the emotions. Some commented that it was like watching a soap opera unfold in real life. As night fell on Saturday, the drama reached a boiling point. Matt, feeling betrayed on all sides, decided to take a break from the cameras. He went outside, stood under the pouring rain, and made a video that he posted later, though it was quickly deleted. In it, he said nothing, but the expression on his face spoke volumes. Fans speculated endlessly about what it meant. Was it a sign of despair? A call for peace? Or the prelude to an even bigger revelation? The ambiguity only fueled the drama further, with every fan, family member, and friend wondering what would happen next. Sunday was supposed to be a day of rest, but peace was nowhere to be found. Rumors had begun circulating that another shocking secret had come to light, this time involving a past betrayal that Matt had never spoken about publicly. The news spread like wildfire, and suddenly, everyone was questioning their own alliances. Friends whispered behind closed doors, family members argued in hushed tones, and fans dissected every post, every story, every gesture. The week that had started with tension had escalated into a full-blown emotional war zone, and it was clear that there would be no simple resolution. Just when it seemed like the week couldn't get more chaotic, Monday morning arrived with a literal explosion of drama. Matt received a surprise visit from a former friend who had been out of the picture for months. The reunion should have been heartwarming, but instead, it became a battlefield of accusations, unresolved grievances, and shocking revelations. "I can't believe you pretended to forget what happened," the friend shouted. Matt, visibly shaken, tried to explain, but his words were drowned out by the sheer volume of emotion in the room. The family watched in disbelief as years of loyalty, friendship, and trust seemed to collapse in front of them. Fans were glued to their screens, tweeting in real time, speculating about hidden agendas and secret vendettas. Matt stood in the middle of his living room, drenched in tension, the echoes of the morning confrontation still ringing in his ears. His former friend's visit had left a trail of chaos, and it seemed like no matter which way he turned, another bombshell was waiting to explode. The cameras captured every twitch, every subtle glance, every heartbeat that screamed confusion and fear. Fans watching the live stream could feel it too, commenting rapidly, "This is unreal, I can't believe he's dealing with all this, who even knows what will happen next." The week had barely begun, yet it already felt like a lifetime of drama had unfolded in a single day. Jessica, still furious from the previous day's confrontations, refused to back down. She cornered Matt in the hallway while Lily watched from the stairs, arms crossed. "You're letting everyone walk all over you, Matt," Jessica shouted, her voice trembling with anger. Matt's hands went to his head, pacing back and forth. "I can't fix this, Jessica." "It's not just about me anymore," Lily interjected. "Maybe if you actually listened to us instead of pretending everything's fine, we wouldn't be in this mess." The tension was so thick, the cameras almost seemed to capture it physically pressing down on everyone in the room. Fans watching could practically feel their hearts race along with the drama. Later that afternoon, the plot thickened in an unexpected way. A package arrived at Matt's doorstep, unmarked, no return address. Curiosity got the better of him, and he opened it in front of the cameras. Inside was a stack of old letters, photos, and a single, ominous note, "Everything you thought you knew is a lie." Matt froze, his eyes wide, hands shaking. "What?" "What does this mean?" he whispered. The camera zoomed in on the photos, images of events he remembered vividly but somehow distorted, moments of betrayal he had long since forgotten or ignored. Fans immediately began theorizing online, some claiming this was the proof of a secret feud dating back years, others insisting it might be a prank. But Matt knew better. He could feel it deep in his gut. The week was about to get much worse. By Tuesday, the tension reached new heights when an unexpected visitor arrived, an old family friend who had mysteriously disappeared from Matt's life months ago. The friend, Alex, came with a shocking revelation. Someone within Matt's circle had been leaking personal information to social media, stirring chaos deliberately. "It's been happening for months," Alex said, voice low but insistent. Matt's head spun. Who would do that? Who's trying to ruin everything? The room was silent, the kind of silence that screams louder than any argument. Jessica and Lily exchanged glances, each wondering if they had been the targets, or the instigators, without realizing it. Fans were in a frenzy online, theorizing who the leak could be, and tensions in the comments section reached an almost unbearable level. The night brought another twist when a live group chat erupted. Matt, still trying to piece together the week's chaos, invited everyone involved to a video call, hoping to confront the issues head-on. But what was supposed to be a controlled discussion quickly spiraled into total chaos. Accusations were hurled like grenades. "You've been lying to me this whole time," one voice screamed. "You're manipulating the truth," another yelled. Matt tried to intervene, but even he could barely control the avalanche of emotions. Fans could hear shouting, crying, and occasional silence that made the chaos even more haunting. The family was left divided, friendships teetered on the edge, and Matt's role as peacemaker seemed almost impossible to maintain. Wednesday took a dramatic turn when a leaked voice memo surfaced online. It was allegedly from one of Matt's closest friends, hinting at a hidden agenda and betrayal that could change everything. Matt immediately called an emergency meeting in his living room, emotions running high, hands shaking as he confronted the people he thought he knew. "Is this true? Are you working against me?" he asked, voice tight with barely contained anger. Jessica, defensive, pointed at Lily. "Don't look at me. You're the one who told them." Lily, in tears, shouted back, "I did it to protect him." "You don't understand." The room was a storm of accusation, tears, and rage. Fans were glued to every moment, tweeting, posting, and analyzing every gesture and tone. It became the week's most discussed event by far, and memes, theories, and fan edits exploded across social media within minutes. Thursday, the intensity did not let up. Matt, exhausted but determined to uncover the truth, decided to dig into the past events revealed by the mysterious package and leaked memos. As he sifted through letters and messages, he discovered a chain of events that suggested a secret alliance had been forming behind his back for months. He confronted Alex, demanding answers. "Who knew about this? Who planned it?" Alex shook his head, eyes wide. "You'd be shocked. It's bigger than you think. Even people you trust most are involved." The revelation left Matt staggering. Emotions ran high, and the cameras captured every moment, the confusion, the betrayal, the disbelief. Fans watching could feel the magnitude of the storm growing, and online debates turned vicious as viewers picked sides, some defending Matt, others questioning his judgment. Friday brought the most explosive twist yet. During a private dinner that was being streamed to fans, Jessica revealed a secret she had been holding back since the start of the week, a confrontation she had witnessed months ago that implicated not just one, but multiple people in Matt's inner circle. "I've been silent because I wanted to protect you, Matt, but you deserve to know the truth," she cried. Matt's jaw dropped, eyes wide with shock, while Lily buried her face in her hands. The family was left divided, arguments erupted, and even Alex seemed stunned. Fans erupted online, calling it the ultimate betrayal, dissecting every word and tone for hours afterward. The drama had reached a level that few could have imagined at the beginning of week 13. Saturday morning, Matt attempted to regain control, planning a reconciliation meeting. But even as he sat everyone down, tempers flared before the meeting could even begin. Accusations flew faster than anyone could respond. "You knew this was coming and said nothing," Lily shouted. Jessica snapped back, "You think I wanted this?" "I'm trying to save you." Matt felt the weight of the week's chaos crushing him. Every conversation, every confrontation, every revelation seemed to add another layer of tension rather than resolve anything. Fans commented relentlessly, many expressing empathy, some fueling the drama further by posting screenshots and speculations online. Later that evening, an anonymous tip arrived that seemed to implicate an outside party in the ongoing chaos, a former collaborator who had long been out of the picture but might have been orchestrating some of the week's events from behind the scenes. Matt's mind reeled. "So none of this was accidental?" he whispered, pacing the room. Jessica and Lily looked at each other, uncertainty etched on their faces. Alex, sitting silently, finally spoke. "Sometimes the people you trust the most are pawns in a bigger game." The ominous words sent chills down everyone's spine, and the fans watching online immediately started speculating about secret enemies, hidden agendas, and the possibility of even more shocking revelations waiting to surface. Sunday, as Week 13 approached its climax, Matt was faced with an impossible decision. Every confrontation, every revelation, every betrayal demanded action. He gathered everyone in the living room one last time for a face-to-face showdown. Emotions ran so high that even the cameraman admitted they had never captured anything like it before. Tears, shouts, and confessions filled the room. Alliances shifted, truths came out, and some friendships were permanently altered. Fans were glued to their screens, unable to look away, debating every move, every word, and every tear. The week had transformed into a battlefield of trust, loyalty, and raw emotion, setting the stage for an even more explosive continuation in Part 3. Matt stood in his living room, heart racing, hands trembling, the weight of the week pressing down on him like a storm that wouldn't end. After Sunday's confrontation, nothing felt safe anymore. Loyalties had shifted, secrets had exploded into the open, and every glance from Jessica, Lily, or Alex seemed loaded with hidden meaning. Fans were watching in real time, comments flooding in with disbelief. "He can't survive this week, this is insane, who even knows what will happen next?" The suspense was unbearable, and the stage was set for even more jaw-dropping drama. Monday morning began with an unexpected twist. Matt received a video message from someone he hadn't heard from in months, a former collaborator named Taylor, whose reputation had been somewhat controversial in Matt's circle. The video was cryptic: "You think you know the truth, but you only know half." Matt's hand shook as he watched, every nerve in his body on high alert. He immediately called Alex over. "What is this about?" he asked, voice tight with fear. Alex frowned, shaking his head. "Looks like the chaos isn't over. There's more behind the scenes than we realized." Fans erupted online, theorizing endlessly about who Taylor was referring to and what secrets were still hidden. The tension was palpable, and it was clear that Week 13 had not even reached its peak yet. By Tuesday, emotions reached an all-time high. Lily confronted Jessica about a private conversation that had surfaced, claiming Jessica had deliberately misled Matt about the weekend's events. "You lied to him, Jessica. Don't act like you were protecting anyone," Lily shouted, tears streaming down her face. Jessica's reaction was immediate, defensive, and fiery. "I did what I thought was right. You think this is easy for me?" The argument escalated quickly, with both women shouting over each other. Matt stood frozen in the middle, feeling helpless as the two most important people in his life tore each other apart in front of him. Fans watching live could barely keep up with the shouting, crying, and emotional chaos, some commenting that it was more intense than any season finale they had ever seen on reality TV. Later that afternoon, a shocking revelation came to light. Alex, who had mostly stayed neutral, confessed that he had been hiding a secret of his own. He had been contacted by Taylor weeks earlier, and had known more about the ongoing manipulations than he had admitted. "I didn't know how to tell you, Matt. I thought I could manage it," Alex admitted, voice low, eyes avoiding Matt's. Matt's expression hardened. "So you were part of this the whole time?" he asked, disbelief written all over his face. Alex shook his head, trying to clarify, but Matt's anger boiled over. Emotions ran high as fans online debated whether Alex had betrayed Matt or had been a reluctant participant in the chaos. The living room felt like a battlefield, every word exchanged adding fuel to the fire. By Wednesday, the story took another dramatic turn. Jessica received a phone call that seemed to confirm some of the rumors that had been circulating all week. The caller, anonymous, revealed that Taylor had been orchestrating the chaos intentionally, pitting friends and family against each other to create drama that would make headlines. Jessica shared the news with Matt and Lily, and the room went silent for a moment, the weight of the revelation sinking in. "So all this, all of it, was just to stir trouble?" Lily whispered, disbelief clear in her voice. Matt clenched his fists. "We've been played. Every fight, every accusation, it wasn't real. It was manufactured." Fans online were in a frenzy, theorizing about the mastermind behind the week's chaos and debating who would emerge unscathed, if anyone. Thursday brought one of the most shocking confrontations yet. Taylor, apparently aware that their involvement had been discovered, showed up at Matt's house unexpectedly. The encounter was explosive from the start. "You think you can expose me and just walk away?" Taylor demanded, eyes flashing. Matt, barely holding it together, responded, "Why would you do this? Why ruin everything?" The argument spiraled quickly, accusations flying back and forth. Jessica and Lily tried to intervene, but Taylor was relentless, revealing information about past events that nobody had known, turning friendships and alliances upside down. Fans watching could feel the tension in their own homes, tweeting, posting, and commenting in real time as the drama escalated to unprecedented levels. Friday was no less intense. In a private moment, Matt discovered a hidden folder on his laptop containing conversations and plans that implicated multiple people close to him, including some family members. He confronted Lily first, his voice trembling with anger and confusion. "How long have you known about this? Why didn't you tell me?" Lily, visibly shaken, admitted she had known parts of it but had been trying to protect him. "I thought if I said anything, it would make things worse," she confessed, tears streaming down her cheeks. Matt's anger turned into frustration, frustration into despair, and despair into determination. Fans were captivated by the raw, unfiltered emotions, commenting that they had never seen such a human reaction on any reality show. Saturday morning, a tense and emotional standoff occurred. Jessica and Lily, after days of constant arguments and revelations, were finally forced to sit down and confront each other directly. The conversation started calmly but quickly escalated. "You're trying to manipulate him," Lily accused. Jessica shot back, "I'm not. I'm trying to save him from all of this chaos." Matt, caught in the middle, finally shouted, "Enough. Can't either of you see what this is doing to me?" The shouting match reached its peak, emotions running so high that even the camera operators admitted it was overwhelming to watch. Fans online debated fiercely, some siding with Jessica, others with Lily, while others simply expressed shock at the level of family tension that Week 13 had unleashed. Later that evening, a revelation emerged that nobody saw coming. A voice memo from Taylor surfaced, detailing the exact plan to create drama, manipulate friendships, and divide the family. The evidence was irrefutable. Matt listened in disbelief, shaking his head. So this was all planned? Every tear, every fight, every word was staged. Alex, standing beside him, nodded grimly. "It's worse than we thought. People we trusted were manipulated, used, and played like chess pieces." The room was silent, the weight of the week's chaos pressing down on everyone. Fans reacted with shock, disbelief, and outrage, many calling for answers, justice, or at least some sort of closure. Sunday, the final day of Part 3, brought a tense attempt at reconciliation. Matt gathered everyone together one last time, hoping to restore some semblance of trust and family unity. The conversation started cautiously but quickly became emotional. Tears were shed, apologies were offered, and confessions were made. Jessica admitted, "I never wanted to hurt you, Matt. I was trying to protect you from the truth." Lily sobbed, "I just wanted to stop the chaos before it got worse." Matt, overwhelmed but resolute, said, "We can't change the past, but we can try to rebuild." Fans were captivated, many commenting that they had never witnessed such a roller coaster of emotions in a single week. Alliances were tentative, friendships strained, but for a moment, it seemed like there might be hope. Week 13 had reached its boiling point, and Matt stood in his living room, exhausted but determined, staring at the fractured group of people surrounding him. The air was thick with tension, every glance, every breath charged with unspoken accusations. The cameras captured every twitch, every quiver, every tear, and fans watching live could barely believe the intensity unfolding before them. "This is insane," one fan typed, "I can't even imagine being in his shoes," while another wrote, "Matt deserves so much better, this is unreal." The anticipation for the final confrontation of Week 13 was at an all-time high. Monday morning brought an early twist. A new message appeared on Matt's phone, anonymous but clearly tied to Taylor. It hinted at one final secret yet to be revealed, something that could change everything once again. Matt, his heart racing, gathered Jessica, Lily, and Alex to discuss it. "There's more?" Lily asked, panic creeping into her voice. Matt nodded grimly. "Apparently, this isn't over. Taylor has one last card to play." The revelation sent waves of shock through everyone in the room. Fans online immediately speculated what the secret could be, flooding social media with guesses, theories, and concerns. Later that day, Jessica and Lily decided to try to mend their relationship, if only for Matt's sake. They sat down privately, emotions running high. "I don't want to fight anymore," Jessica whispered, tears streaming. Lily, her voice shaking, replied, "Me neither. We've been through so much, I just want to protect Matt." The fragile moment of reconciliation was interrupted when Alex brought up a hidden message he had received from Taylor, threatening further chaos if certain truths were revealed publicly. The atmosphere shifted instantly from hope to tension. Fans watching could feel the suspense, tweeting their shock and speculating about what would happen next. Tuesday, the day of the long-awaited revelation, arrived with electric tension. Matt received a package, similar to the one earlier in the week, containing a recording labeled "Final Truth." The room fell silent as he pressed play. The voice on the tape revealed details about past manipulations, hidden betrayals, and unexpected alliances that nobody had anticipated. Every argument, every tear, every fight, it was all engineered, the voice declared. Matt's eyes widened in disbelief, Jessica gasped, and Lily's hands flew to her face. The cameras captured their reactions in high definition, every flicker of emotion magnified for fans watching live. Social media erupted instantly, viewers debating the implications and picking sides. Wednesday brought one of the most dramatic moments of the week. Matt, after absorbing the contents of the recording, decided to confront Taylor directly. The confrontation was intense, filled with anger, betrayal, and raw emotion. "Why? Why would you do this?" Matt demanded, voice cracking. Taylor, smirking, replied, "To see how far I could push you. To see what people would do when faced with the truth." The argument escalated, with Matt accusing Taylor of manipulating not just him, but everyone he cared about. Jessica and Lily stood nearby, trying to support him, tears streaming down their faces. Fans watching could barely keep up with the emotional whirlwind, posting non-stop about the shocking revelations and the intensity of the confrontation. Thursday, Matt attempted to take control. He called a private meeting with Jessica, Lily, and Alex to discuss how to move forward. "We need to decide what's real, what's lies, and what we're going to do next," he said firmly. Emotions ran high, but slowly, a sense of clarity began to emerge. Jessica admitted, "I made mistakes, but I never wanted to hurt you, Matt. I was trying to protect you." Lily added, "Me too. I wanted to stop the chaos before it got worse." Alex, finally taking responsibility, said, "I should have been honest from the beginning. We were all pawns in Taylor's game." Fans watching live commented in shock and awe at the honesty, some praising the courage, others speculating about lingering tensions. Friday, the tension turned to tears as Matt, for the first time in the week, openly wept in front of the cameras. "I don't know who to trust anymore," he admitted, voice breaking. Jessica and Lily both reached for him, trying to comfort him, while Alex stood silently, guilt etched across his face. The week's chaos had taken a toll on everyone, but this moment of vulnerability humanized the drama for fans, making them feel deeply connected to Matt and the emotional whirlwind he had endured. Social media was flooded with support, with thousands expressing empathy and admiration for how he handled the emotional roller coaster. Saturday, Matt decided it was time to publicly address the chaos and the manipulations. He posted a long video, addressing fans directly, tears streaming, voice trembling but determined. He recounted the week's events, admitted his mistakes, and revealed the truth about Taylor's involvement. "This week has tested me in ways I never imagined," he said. "I've seen betrayal, manipulation, and lies, but I've also seen courage, honesty, and love. We're stronger than the chaos." Fans reacted instantly, praising his courage and honesty, some still questioning certain events, but overall the response was overwhelmingly supportive. Sunday, the final day of Week 13, brought a dramatic but emotional resolution. Matt gathered everyone in the living room one last time for a final discussion. Apologies were exchanged, tears were shed, and tentative reconciliations were attempted. Jessica and Lily embraced, acknowledging the mistakes and misunderstandings that had fueled the week's chaos. Alex apologized for withholding information, and Matt forgave, though he made it clear that trust would need time to rebuild. Taylor, finally confronted, admitted their role and promised to step away, though the emotional scars remained. Fans watching online were riveted, debating whether the relationships could truly heal and what the lasting impact of Week 13 would be. As the cameras faded, the week that had begun with chaos, betrayal, and manipulation ended with tentative hope, lessons learned, and a promise of new beginnings. Matt's journey through Week 13 had been nothing short of epic, a roller coaster of emotions, shocking twists, and intense drama. Fans were left breathless, still discussing every detail, theorizing about future conflicts, and speculating about how these events would shape Matt's life going forward. Week 13 had set a new standard for reality TV drama, and the story was far from over. Week 13 has finally come to a close, but the echoes of every argument, betrayal, and shocking revelation are still reverberating. Matt faced a storm unlike anything he's ever experienced. Friends turned against him, secrets were exposed, and loyalties were tested to the breaking point. The emotional roller coaster of this week left fans speechless, divided, and desperate to know what will happen next. Even now, questions remain: will trust ever be fully restored? Can friendships survive the manipulations and chaos? And who, if anyone, will emerge unscathed from all the drama? Despite the heartbreak, the tears, and the chaos, Week 13 ended with a sliver of hope. Apologies were made, confessions revealed the truth, and tentative reconciliations began to take shape. Matt showed incredible strength and resilience, proving that even in the most chaotic, manipulated circumstances, honesty and courage can shine through. Fans were reminded that behind every dramatic confrontation is a real person facing real emotions, and that the consequences of secrets and lies are always far-reaching. Now it's your turn. What do you think really happened behind the scenes of Week 13? Who do you believe was manipulated, and who played the biggest role in creating the chaos? Did Matt handle everything the right way, or were there mistakes that changed everything? We want to hear your thoughts. Like this video if you were shocked by Week 13, subscribe for the full recaps and all the behind-the-scenes drama, and comment below with your opinions, theories, and predictions for what might happen in Week 14. The story isn't over, and your voice matters in this ongoing saga of friendships, family, and shocking twists. Don't miss a single moment, stay tuned, because if Week 13 was this intense, Week 14 is guaranteed to be even more explosive.